acting like it's going to. It's spinning. This is where we got to before, and it just kept spinning. Here we are. Good morning, everybody. Wow, we had some technical issues today, but we're here, and if you have any questions that you want to chat to me, go ahead and do so at this time. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the Q&A with Kim. I'm going to give people updates that I know about and answer any questions, and also preview the learning materials for packets number 10 and 11. One thing I want people to be aware of is that the summer bundle of fun is going to get delivered on Monday, May 18th. This is going to include an art kit with fun activities and supplies, a thumb drive of career ideas, vocabulary and reading resources, puzzles, mazes, games, and more. This is something we are choosing to do in order to help scholars engage this summer and continue to have a healthy routine. Some teachers will also be available in the summer to assist and answer questions. A bag of food bank supplies is getting delivered today and again on Monday, May 18th. We have two topics for today's live stream. First of all, I'll be reviewing packets 10 and 11, and towards the end of this live stream, I'll be answering questions and providing information about promotion and graduation. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the people who have been donating different items to our scholars. That would be Bluff Mutual Aid, Blanding Steak, Elk Petroleum, San Juan School District Food Services, Utah Museum of Fine Arts, Junior Achievement, Real Salt Lake, and Utah Food Bank. Every week we deliver 1,250 breakfasts and 1,250 lunches. Our last deliveries will be the week of May 18th. Cafeteria and buses will not operate beyond May 20th. We will provide a summer bundle of fun on Monday, May 18th, and in that bundle of fun you will find a principal letter, and on the back of my principal letter is going to be several phone numbers that you can call in order to get food drops this summer. For now, we're going to go and look into packet number 10 and 11. So I've got packet number 10 ready to go, and we are seeing that this week's colorful reporting sheet is pink. So one of the things that I'd like to do is encourage scholars to work ahead this week and get packet 10 and 11 done, maybe both this week, but at least get 10 done this week and try to get 11 done just a little bit sooner than Friday next week. In packet number 10 is a plant observation journal and data. We are asking scholars to observe their plant twice each day, measure it, and write down observation notes. You will be using your data to compare it to Miss D's control data and make some conclusions on the reporting sheet. Another activity this week will be writing about a special gift you received, what the gift represents, why you value it, and we'll ask you to revise your writing before you submit a final draft on Friday. You also get to choose if you make a digital web page collage through Canvas or a graffiti collage. And we're very excited to see what you create. Last week we went over the math letter and calendar, and we saw that there's a math assignment that happens every day in a 3-day cycle. For this week, we should be finishing up puzzle 4.2. And in puzzle 4.2, it asks us to change percents to decimals. The easiest way to do that is to move the decimal 2 places. So right here, I've got 67%, and if I move the decimal 2 places from here, I put a decimal in place of the percent sign, and then I move it 2 places to the left, so I get 0.67. So my restated answer would be 0.67, and I would circle it. Then I can go later into the answer key and see, is 0.67 an answer? Yes, it is. It's B. So down in the riddle, I find question number 1, and I put in a B. That's for 4.2 puzzle, which we are finishing today. And then tomorrow we will start 4.3. 4.3 asks us, why did the peach need to hire an attorney? And so by answering that question, we will see what the question is down here by answering all the different math questions. So number 1 on this sheet says, which number is greater? And we've got 17 divided by 20 or 95% to choose from. So on my calculator, I'm going to type in 17 divided by 20, and I get 0.85. And then I do the little moving my decimal that we just covered. So instead of the percent, I put in a decimal and I move it 2 places. I get 0.95. So the greatest number is 0.95. So over here, I look and see, is there a 0.95 or 95%? Yes, there is. It's letter A. So I know that A goes in for number 1. Down at the very bottom, I find number 1, and there's number 1. So I put in the A. Now the math teachers are asking people on the first day of a puzzle to work half of the problems. The second day is guess at the riddle and see if your math work is accurate. And on the third day, it's time to finish the problems to see if your guess at the riddle was correct. So 4.3 gets finished this week, and then start 4.4. In packet number 11, this is where we are summarizing all of the home learning. We'll be wrapping up 4th quarter, and it involves writing some reflections. So the first learning experience involves reviewing the bird observations and writing some diary entries as if you are a bird. Another experience asks scholars to reflect on the various technology they used during 4th quarter and how it impacted their learning. We are very excited to read our scholars' reflections on the reporting sheet for number 11, which is green. This responses on number 11 is going to help us make plans for returning to school in August. So the sooner you can submit the reporting sheets for this week and next week, the better it is for everybody. I want everyone to realize that scholars can elect to take their classes pass-fail this quarter. So if you get into Aspire and you're not liking the grades that you're seeing there, all you have to do is reach out to me or a teacher and tell us that you want your scholar to be taking the classes as pass-fail. D- or higher is a pass. And so if you're seeing lower grades like in the D range and you'd rather have your scholar get a passing grade or a pass, we'd be happy to make that change in the transcript. You just have to let us know. We are asking people to check their school email every day, and we are asking for scholars to keep their Chromebook, hotspot, library books, band instruments, and all the other school materials or equipment until local health board officials say that it's safe for us to accept those items back. Just watch our normal communication lines to hear about our summer equipment returns drive. Until that time, excuse me, until that time, just keep everything that we've sent home at home. That includes your Chromebook, your hotspot, library books, band instruments, whatever it is. We can get those back later, and just hold on to them until we do our summer equipment returns drive. Please do notify us if your phone number changes. And we do have some teachers that are going to work this summer, and we'd be available to help scholars if they run into anything in their summer learning bundle that's confusing to them. I don't see any questions here yet. I'm going to put a little website in the chat because I found a resource. I found a resource this weekend that I thought would be useful to people looking into summer. And there's quite a bit of research out there that says it's good for young people especially, but for everyone, to keep a regular routine. You know, try to wake up at the same time every day. And scholars spent most of April and a good part of May getting physically active. Most of our scholars are reporting that they were physically active for 45 minutes every day. And so why not keep that going during the summer? And that was part of the idea of us sending some summer fun things home. There's art making materials, and this resource that I just put into the chat would give you other ideas for keeping a fun routine. Promotions all across San Juan School District have been canceled. Grades K all the way through, there will not be any promotions. And graduations across San Juan School District are going to be virtual. Whitehorse High School plans to live stream our virtual graduation, probably via KSL. So watch Facebook and our other lines of communication so that we can provide updates and information to everybody. We'll put up a link once we know what's going to happen there. We are meeting with seniors and their parents virtually tonight at 6 p.m. to finalize our graduation plans. And once we figure out how we're going to do a virtual graduation, we'll put up the link to it, and we'll hope that everybody can join us for that virtual graduation. Today is an important step in figuring out what we're going to do when seniors and their parents meet with me at 6 p.m. So watch for that invite in the school email if you have a senior. Those of you who do not have seniors, I would just encourage you to rally around the senior class and send them positive vibes through social media. If you have their own emails or cell phones that you could send them positive vibes, that would be helpful to them. This is a challenging circumstance. I continue to hear